Hi, everyone. I'm just waiting for maybe a couple more minutes for everyone to join. I'm just going to wait for 30 more seconds and then I will start the session. Okay, so I will start now. Just say hi to everybody. Thank you for taking your time out this afternoon and join me with this session. It's just basically a very simple, short catch-up meeting to just remind if you ever have some time, if this can be added to your to-do list, to just check up everything with Lean Library settings, and hopefully you will be good to go for this new academic year. Just so you know as well, we are recording this session as well, so we will share the recording with you afterwards. And if you have any questions, please just pop them in the Q&A session, and Juan from marketing team will circulate them, and then we can answer everything at the end of the session. But just give myself a little bit of introduction. I'm Claire and I work in the customer success team, and basically to support you with the product that we have from technology from Sage. And if you have any questions, I'm sure you have been talking to me on intercom or just email me if anything's as well. We're here to help. Okay, so I am just going to start with some very basic. So we got dashboard. Obviously, I think we all heard these terms too many times now. Is e-resources, assist message, alternative settings, and then for the Lean Library Futures and the Workflow for LibGuide client, we also pop in a little bit of onboarding and the supporting features, stuff that we would like to remind you to just have a quick look on the dashboard before anything you want to promote to your students. So we will start from e-resources. So I think we all have seen this dashboard before. You will obviously be able to get into the assets and then go to the e-resource domain, and then you will see your e-resources obviously on the dashboard. It depends on how you usually manage it. If you do want to just have any multiple edit or anything, you can always export the e-resources into an Excel sheet, and then you can update them, and then you can import it afterwards. So that might be the easiest way to just have a quick glance of maybe over 3,000 entries. Or if you do have set up the automatic import by Easy Proxy only, you might want to also just double check in the where I circle for the last successful import. Just make sure you check the date and see if the date is up to date. It could be multiple reasons that it had not been uploaded. The most ideal situation is there hasn't been any update in your e-resources, so there has not been any update. But if you do know that you have changes within your e-resources, however, the import date is not updating, please do get in touch with us and we can look into that with our tech team, just to make sure that there's no any problem within the Easy Proxy import. So that's mainly I would like to cover about e-resources. And then with the following that is to also check your IP address, because we know sometimes you might have changed campus IP addresses, you might have changed, things around. So please do check your IP address as well in your asset setting, just because then if some of the settings, for example, assist message or access pop-up, they are driven by the IP address for if you detect if someone is on campus or not. So if it is not correct, then that would not give a very good experience for the user. So please do have a look as well at that as well. So that's the bit for access. And I'm now gonna go down to assist message. Obviously, we all love assist message, I believe, because it's very useful, very simple to use. So there isn't much to remind everyone about, but just maybe have a look, because maybe you have added a lot of message in the past, and maybe you want to tidy it up just to, delete some message, or maybe some message you want to change the setting. Maybe it's not just for off campus, maybe you want it for both on and off campus. So again, the easiest way to do it is export the assist message in an Excel sheet, so you can open it and then do the edit and then save it and import it again. So you avoid clicking through so many pages and then click the message one by one. Maybe also worth to review the number of views and number of clicks of the assist message. Obviously, there must be a message that you get a lot of clicks and stuff. But if you maybe see a message, you get a lot of views, but then not many action of that, hardly anyone click the hyperlink, you might want to revisit the message and just make a little bit edit, just to make it more easy for people to understand. Some other thing you could consider as well is the schedule assist message, because, yeah, I've got it here. I just wanted to say as well, adding news messages, like what I said about schedule message. If you, as now September, maybe October, you will have like increasing number of webinar or training on campus, maybe it would be useful to arrange schedule message for your library address, library homepage, or your university homepage, just to add the message saying, like, for example, this is a bit old, but it's orientation for new student in 2023. And you can say like, welcome, we have session 1 at where, session 2 at where. So it just pop up for people on campus. So then they can feel like, okay, something interesting, I can just go and pop in and join that. But otherwise, there are other use of assist message, for example, putting on your learning platform like Moodle or your reading list as well. Just maybe attach a link to them. If you have any questions about how to use this, please have a look at this guide. Anything that you can think of that will be helpful for patron, you can always add the message for that. And then one assist message that I really like and I learned from last academic year is talking through with a client, and then we're talking about, if you remember, we have highlight and search features for our Lean Library extension, meaning if you highlight something and you right click, you can then search directly through your library discovery. So basically we open up a new tab with your library discovery search of the keyword that has been highlighted. So that same conversation come up about on Amazon, because with ebooks on Amazon, sometimes they don't have a very good system of documenting ISBN. So what we have suggested the client to do is to add a message for Amazon website, and then just say, are you looking to read a book? Please, if you don't see any pop-up, highlight the book title or the ISBN, and then right click to search against your library discovery, and hopefully you will find a book there. So this is a little thing that I learned from last year, and I think might be quite useful for you to also try that out as well. Otherwise, I have attached a link here, which I think we can share this PowerPoint as well after the meeting. But there is a hyperlink for the Intercom ticket and Intercom article where we have written quite a few examples for the use of assist message. So we have the alternative features, which is again super simple, because when you have implemented with Lean Library, basically we have set up your link resolver already. Unless you have made any changes, that should be working fine as normal. But if you do fancy to just have a quick check, please click the test integration under the alternative webpage. And if you use KBAD, which might be a bit more complicated because you couldn't do this integration test, maybe just worth checking if your KBAD file is information is up to date on the dashboard. If you click on alternative, and then if you use KBAT, you will see holding information. Please do click on that tab and then check when was the last time the KBAT was updated. If it's obviously quite out of date, do get in touch with us. Or if you know your FTP location, just replace that new file into your FTP, and then the import will go through basically in 24 hours. So hopefully you can manage to update that. If not, just let us know. Okay, so that's all for the access part. And I'm now going into the Lean Library Futures and the Workflow for LibGuide client side. But I think if you are currently an access client, it might be useful to just also have a listen so you can understand what are these new features for. So we have obviously Workflow for LibGuide, which is onboarding that we now kind of, because I know that it is misleading with the LibGuide, the terms LibGuide, but it actually works for anything. So if you have a web link of a PDF, or if you just have a web page where within your library page, you have a web page explaining how to use certain software, you can always just put that URL directly into our dashboard. So it doesn't have to be integration with LibGuide. But what onboarding you can use for, again, I think some of the attendees here today are quite familiar with this. But basically, if you have a guide that you like to plug into a website, for example, you can see on my screen cap here, I have created this JSTOR Sociology LibGuide. And obviously I host this on our LibGuide account. What I did is put this URL of the LibGuide to be shown on sociology page of JSTOR. So if I just go to JSTOR, I wouldn't see anything. But if I search for specific thing, that LibGuide will be trigger, and then it will be coming up as a pop-up and just say like, there is an onboarding guide for sociology. Would you like to read it? And then if you click yes, or read the guide, or however you like to set up the button to show, you will then see this Windows kind of enlarge a little bit so you can read it through. But if not, you can always click the open new window button, and then you will see that out in the enlarged new tab version. And same thing for Google Scholar. So I have a Google Scholar example here as well. But again, it's super flexible. It's really down to how you like to bring your guide to your students, and that's where you might want to add the guide. So you can always have the guide maybe shown on your learning platform, library homepage, or resources website. Yeah, anything that would be helpful for your student, that would be a good location to add. Also, just if anyone has upgraded to LibGuide CMS, we can do the direct integration in the dashboard. That just means instead of every time you go into the dashboard, add the URL and then save it to show on JSTOR, you can basically do the integration directly on your dashboard. So every time you just go to the dashboard directly and then find that LibGuide and then just save it to display at which website. So that will save you a bit of time. So again, if you have that, just get in touch with us. We can get that set up for you. And then we got some supporting tools. So again, this is available for I think all of the Workflow for LibGuide client, as well as the Lean Library Futures. It depends, again, if you have these tools within your library, your online library. So if you have a library chat or something like that, we can also set that up for you. But anyway, so here you can see these are those supporting tools that come with the Workflow for LibGuide. So you got survey, you got FAQ and service desk. So you can again put that link of your library website FAQ, and then you can save it to display at all websites or just specific website. We can set up a wildcard that can basically just, show on every single website. So you can consider use wildcard for that. But if you also have new FAQ or something, you can maybe think about where do you want to show the FAQ for your student to click when they need it. And then we got the library chat integration. So this is, again, if you are freshly implemented with us, and that usually we will ask you for your library chat direct link, and then we can set it up in the dashboard for you. So when, again, same idea, if you want library chat to show on natures.com, you can set it up in the dashboard. So there shouldn't be any issue with your library chat if it has already been integrated. But if you haven't, or if you just recently signed up to a chat service, do get in touch with us and we can also set that up for you. But yeah, if you have any questions or like ideas how you would like to use these features, do talk to us, and we can because we work with different libraries, and quite often different library will use the feature differently. So do get in touch with us and we can share some experience with you. So that's all. But again, same thing as well, I forgot to say, library chat you can also put on wildcard settings, so it will show on all websites as well. So I have finished all of them and I hope it is useful, but I just wonder if there's any questions from what I have shared in this presentation. If you do, please put into the Q&A and then I can have a look. I'm just gonna stop sharing so I can see. Okay, I don't think there's any questions. But if you do, please get in touch with us on support@leanlibrary.com, or just go to your dashboard and then, oh, there's a chat. Thank you. Very sweet. Thank you, Ali. Yeah, so just I will share the recording with you guys, and then if you have any questions, just let us know on our chat, and we will be here to help. So thank you so much, and have a lovely afternoon or morning if you're in the US. Thank you. I saw a question. Okay, can you show wildcard setup for FAQ and chat? Yes, yes, we can do that. Let me see if I can get the article to share. I'm gonna stay for another minute just in case if there's any questions.